What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mike here with another quick video, and this is about the importance of setting goals. Pretty much, should we set goals? Why we should set goals? Are there any goals that's like, oh, I don't really need to do this, and why it actually helps with progression with everything. So there's an acronym that many people have heard, many have not heard. It's called SMART, S-M-A-R-T, and pretty much setting SMART goals. The acronym actually makes sense. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. I actually just wrote it down. I'm gonna show you guys. So SMART goals. Again, part of my handwriting. If you can read it, perfect. If not, I'm going to explain everything. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based. And this can go with pretty much anything that you're trying to achieve, whether it's progress in the gym, whether it's career, whether it's school, whether it's just self-help, whatever you're trying to improve. SMART goals are pretty much going to be your key. Now, for a lot of things, can you make progress without specific SMART goals? Yeah, you can. But will SMART goals help increase your trajectory for whatever you're trying to go? Definitely. So, perfect example. I've been in the gym for a minute. And every now and then I'll set particular goals, whether it's like I'm doing my marathon training, or whenever I was doing martial arts, I was like, okay, I'm trying to improve my square horse stance for my black belt, my crane stance. I'm trying to improve my kicks, or different things like that. Or whenever I was trying to max out my deadlift, I had specific goals for that. Whenever I was trying to max out my sled push, I had specific goals for that. So I had specific goals for very specific things, but in general, for my exercise, I was exercising just to have fun. It's like, to me, exercise is fun. Now, one thing I always say is that find exercise that you find is enjoyable for you. If you like weightlifting, do weightlifting. If you like running, do running. If you like CrossFit, whatever your thing is, do your thing. Whatever you feel like is going to help you stay active, stay motivated, do that thing. However, after you find your thing, go ahead and create some SMART goals. It doesn't have to be like a big grandiose goal. It can be just something very basic to start off with. Let's say if your goal is, hey, I want to be more consistent in the gym. Okay, how can we make that into a SMART goal? So let's say if you're currently going to the gym for 1 day a week. Okay, specific. So specific. I want to go to the gym 3 times a week, for however long. So specific, measurable. Is this something that's measurable? How can you track your progress with this? Okay, I was going 1 day a week. Now I'm going 2 days a week for 3 weeks. Now I'm going 3 days a week for however long of a time. That's immeasurable. Achievable. Is this achievable? Looking at your current schedule, looking at what life hands you, is this achievable for you, your life situations, whatever? Yes, this is achievable. Relevant. Is this relevant to whatever you're trying to do? Whether you're trying to just improve your overall health, improve your overall mobility, increase your strength, do the cardio. Is this going to be relevant? Yes. Time based. Now, how long do you want this goal to take? Again, you have to know, is it going to be a 4-month thing? Because it's like, hey, I have this going on this month, this going on this month, this going on this month. But I know that within 4 months, I can be consistent, going to the gym 3-4 times a week. What does that time-based thing look like? And again, with your goals, you make them as small as you want or as big as you want. Now, with the bigger goals that you have, one thing that I'll always say is have like little landmarks inside of your goal, because sometimes that just helps improve your overall motivation and help your overall consistency. Just like when we're talking with debt payoff, there's a method called the debt snowball method, and the overall goal is I'm going to pay off my debt. Okay, cool. Now, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make a SMART goal? With the debt snowball method, it's saying, okay, I'm going to pay off the smallest debt first, then I'm going to take all that money and put it to the next smallest goal, to the next smallest debt, then the next one, to the next one, until all this is paid off. Now, with that one, it depends on how fast you want it to go. You can make it faster or slower than you want to. The faster you make that goal, the better it is, the easier it is for you. However, you can make that into a very SMART goal. With exercise, let's say if your goal is to lose 20 pounds. Okay, let's say if you have a summer wedding. Okay, cool. Time base, summer. My wedding is June 13th. Okay, perfect. I want to achieve my goal by June 13th. What is a specific goal? I want to lose 15 pounds by June 13th. Okay, cool. Is this measurable? Yes. How are you going to track your goal? Okay, I want to lose a pound a week or 2 pounds a week or whatever. This is measurable. Is this achievable? Yes, it's achievable because I'm watching my nutrition, I'm watching my activity, I'm watching my sleep, so on and so forth. Is this relevant to me? Yes. Why is this relevant? Because I'm planning on going to a wedding. So again, I'm just in the crowd for the wedding, or I'm the best man, the whatever. I'm in the bridal party, whatever that looks like. Yes, this is relevant. So create those SMART goals for you to help you increase your overall goals. Now, what does this have to do with exercise, and why is this so specific? Now, again, this can help out a lot of people, but the reason why this is so important for me right now is like I said, I think I may have told you guys, but I have something that I'm trying to plan next year. I'm trying to do it after, I'm trying to start planning right now, so that way after graduation can actually go ahead and get things kick-started. I don't think I told you guys yet. Stay tuned. I'm not sure how many people want to tell, because I'm like, I want to be a little surprised. No. May have to just scroll my videos and see if I said it before. May have to just watch the videos and see. But I have a goal that's time-based next year. Now, I need to get a little more specific with my time so I know exactly when. I've heard a lot of people say that between March and November that's whenever this specific thing is supposed to be happening. So, okay, between March and November. Now I have to pick one specific thing. It's like, okay, because that's a big gap. Okay, am I going to reach my goal in March, April, May, October, November? When am I going to reach my goal? I have to make this time-based. I need to figure out when that very specific thing is so I can make it time-based for me right now. Is this specific? Yes, it's a very specific goal I'm trying to reach. I'm not trying to just do generalizations like I used to do. For this particular goal. I have a particular goal I'm trying to reach. Is this measurable? Yes. How is this measurable? I'm going to watch my calories. I'm going to watch my sleep. I'm going to watch my activity. Just track those things. Track my strength. Track my physique. How lean am I getting? How big am I getting? Am I getting stronger? Am I getting weaker? What's my energy levels like? I have to measure all those things. Is this achievable? Very achievable. It's going to be difficult? Very difficult. But is it achievable? Yes, it's very achievable. And the reason why I'll say it's very achievable because other people have done it. I've known people who've done this thing. I know people who've done this thing for a very, very long time. So I know this is achievable. Is it relevant? Yes. Because this is something I've been thinking about on and off for a number of years, to be honest. I remember I was probably, when did Steve and I start working out? It was probably 2018 or so. And someone was like, hey, why don't you try the thing? I was like, oh, no, I don't think it's me. And plus, no, religious reasons, I don't know if this is me. But, like, you got the work ethic. You know what you're doing. Why don't you try it? So I'm like, no. That was like 2018. Someone else said it, a couple years later. No, try it. Like, no. Someone else was like, oh, you gonna do this? He's like, I don't know. So people have been talking to me about it for a minute. And I've known people that I've gone to school with, that I've grown up with, that I met from different programs, that are grades ahead of me, that have tried this, that I've talked to personally, not just like, oh, this is a person way over there in the gym that they do this or that. I've known people firsthand that their phone numbers are in my phone. So I'm like, okay, this is a possibility. That's why it's achievable. That's why it's relevant, because it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. I just gotta put the work in and get to that thing. I just have to figure out the very specific time-based thing. The generalized time, I have an idea. The specific time, that I do not know. I'm going to be working with a couple people to figure out what this is looking like for my overall progression. Just kind of like see what their progression is like. It just kind of makes it easier whenever you're working with a team. Whenever you're not by yourself, it makes whatever your goal, it makes it so much easier. So I definitely say make it time based. Have some good people in your corner whenever you're going through something that you know is going to be challenging physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Have some good people in your corner. People that are going to help boost you up. People that are going to be like, you're slacking, come on, get to work. People that are going to kind of like calm you down a little bit. You need to have good people just in your corner, just in general in life. But particularly whenever you're going through a tough time, or you know that you're going to go through a tough time, you need some good people in your corner. So one thing I want you guys to do is, in the comments, write down, one goal and make it a SMART goal. Like, okay, what is my goal? Okay, my goal is to lose 20 pounds in a year. Okay, perfect. That's specific, and you have a time base. Okay, measurable. Is it measurable? How am I going to track my weight progress? Am I going to do it by the scale? Am I going to do it by how my clothes fit, how pictures look? How am I going to track that progress? Is it achievable? Yes, it's achievable, because I know this person did. I know this person did it, and because I'm working on this, and this, and this. I know this is achievable. Is this relevant for me? Yes. Why is it relevant for you? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to become a healthier person? Are you trying to, improve your blood markers? Are you trying to be as active as you can, as you're getting older? Like, why is this relevant to you? Because if one of those things aren't in play, is a goal achievable? Yeah, but it doesn't have as much oomph to it. It doesn't have as much importance to it. Because again, if your goal isn't time based, then you may never reach your goal. If your goal isn't relevant to you, it doesn't mean anything to you, why do the thing? If the goal is not achievable, then you're just an insane person. Like someone saying, okay, I want to go from couch potato to running a marathon tomorrow. That's not. It's highly, 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 highly unlikely that is achievable in one day. Can someone go 26.2 miles from couch potato? Oh yeah. It may take a couple of days, but it's possible. But to say is it measurable? How are you measuring these different things? If you're not measuring it, you're just spinning your wheels. If you're not tracking your exercise, if you're not tracking your sets, your reps, if you're not tracking your different measurements, your calories, if you're not tracking how strong you're going. That's why I say jot down everything. Have your notebook, write down different things. It makes life a little bit easier whenever you're trying to reach a very specific goal. So go ahead and make sure that you're writing down things. And again, be as specific or as generalized as you want to while you're measuring your information. The more specific that you are, just like with your SMART goals, the more specific that you are, the better off that you'll be, because it helps fix the minute changes that you need to change. Because there are sometimes that you have like different changes that's like, okay, this is maybe so. You don't know where to change, where to adjust. But if you make your documentation a little more specific, actually helps you figure out, okay, this is where my error is. This is why I didn't get to this particular thing because of this, that, and the other. So, for instance, I was dumbbell bench pressing last week, and I don't think I told you guys, but I've been having difficulty breathing for about 2 years. I have a difficult time taking a full deep breath. To be honest, it feels like there's a cap on my lungs. So it's almost like while you're breathing, or while you're just doing anything, it feels like you're almost breathing through like a scuba mouthpiece. So it gets hard to breathe sometimes. Am I going to let that stop me from exercising? No. But it just makes things a little bit more difficult. So last week I was benching, and I was noticing that I was doing incline. I was like, I'm having a hard time catching my breath. And again, if your blood's not oxygenated, you're not getting blood and oxygen to your muscles, it makes it harder to do different things. Now, there is something called blood flow restrictive training. We're not talking about that. We're talking about life. We're talking about just moving in general. I digress. So I was like, okay, why am I not hitting these numbers? What's going on? And then in my notes, I wrote, couldn't catch my breath. Like, okay, cool. So today when I went to dumbbell bench press, I was looking at my notes from last week and I was like, okay, this is what I did last week. Okay, what were my numbers like? Okay, this is what my numbers were like. Okay, oh, this is interesting then, because I couldn't breathe last week, so I'm going to really focus on trying to catch my breath before I go to my next set. And it took a while. It took a very long time to take a deep breath, which was kind of scary at times. It's kind of scary. You know, you have 75 pounds on in each hand, and you're trying to bench press, and you're not sure it's going to go up, or how far it's going to come down if you can catch it coming down. It can be kind of scary. Or, 85. I did 85s. Yeah, I did on a flat bench. I did 85s because I didn't trust myself to go heavier. Could I have gone heavier, like 90s? I could have gone heavier, but I couldn't catch my breath. So it was like holding my breath while I was benching, kind of scary. So I was like, I don't want to risk that. But I wouldn't have known what numbers I was hitting if I wasn't tracking it, or I didn't write down the specifics of why my numbers weren't going up. If I didn't write down the specifics of why I didn't go heavier or get more reps in. Because I was like, oh, I was just chickening out. That's why I got this. But I knew what I had to really focus on so I can increase those reps and those sets. I had to focus on my breathing. I had to make sure that, hey, I was able to get a full deep breath. I had to increase my time length and for my rest breaks. And it's okay. Because if I didn't know, then I would have just been spinning my wheels. I would just be like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. But that's why it's so important to write down your numbers. That's why it's so important, if you're trying to progress in anything, to write down your particular goals. Whenever you're trying to progress in your career, oftentimes they'll have you, with your manager do, one-on-ones, whether it's a yearly one-on-one, whether it's a biannual one-on-one, whether it's a quarterly one-on-one. Sometimes they'll have you have a particular one-on-one with your manager and talk about your progress, talk about how things are going with with your career, where you're trying to go, where you see yourself, where you're at right now. And whenever you're with your boss, have a SMART goal. Ask them, where they see you going. They may ask you where you see yourself going. But if you're just like, I'm just here, I'm just cool, then they'll just treat you like you're just here, you're just cool. They'll just make sure that you're doing your job. They'll just make sure that you're at least a C student at your job, that you're doing what you're supposed to do. But if you know that, hey, I'm trying to progress in this specific area, then they can say, okay, since you're trying to improve on this specific area, do this, this, and this, and we can check these markers to see, okay, are you doing the things that you need to do to get to where you need to get to? Yes or no? If yes, keep doing the thing. If not, what can we do to make the thing easier? What can we do to make the thing better so you can get to that next step that you're trying to get to? And that's why I tell all of my direct reports, all my coaches, I'm like, have a work resume. So you have your general resume, but have a specific work resume. That way we know, okay, these are the requirements for the next step. Whether it's another certification, whether it's helping out in different things so your face can get out there, have a work resume. That way whenever you're applying for something else, they're like, okay, where do you see yourself? It's like, well, I've done this in the company, this in the company, this in the company. So this is why I see myself improving, because I've been measuring these different things. I can see that, in quarter one, my numbers were here, but quarter two, my numbers have been here, with my goal of quarter 3 and 4 to be here and here. Whereas, John Doe, from across the street, he hasn't been checking anything. He hasn't been working on anything. He's like, I just want to improve. And like, how have you improved it? Or how have you improved in your time here? Like, I don't know. I just I'm improving. Numbers talk. Numbers don't lie. People lie. But numbers talk. If you're able to track your metrics, if you're able to track, in work, you'll say your KPIs, your key performance indicators. If you're able to track those things, then you have a very specific way of tracking your progress. If you don't track your KPIs, then how are you going to grow? Just like with a company. If you're not tracking your KPIs and not hitting your markers, the company is not going to grow. Just like with a person, if you're not tracking your progress, if you don't have these specific markers that you're trying to reach for a very specific goal, you're not going to grow. So just want to talk about the importance of having SMART goals. Again, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based. If you guys want to write these things down, SMART goal: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based. Part of my chicken scratch, I write like a 5-year-old. I know that. But write down these things, and if you're trying to progress in anything in life, whether it is sports specific, whether it's just nutrition, whether it's just in life, if you want to have a good direction, have a SMART goal. By having a SMART goal, it actually makes sense, and you're actually able to track your progress a lot easier to know if you're actually making progress or you're just spinning your wheels. If you just want to spin your wheels, hey, be my guest. If you want to actually, progress in a very particular way, write down these SMART goals. That's pretty much what I have for you guys. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, any updates, drop it in the chat. Love to chat with you guys. But until next time, later.